From Penwood High School in Lansdale, Pennsylvania, the Sports Fan Base Network is proud to present Penwood High School basketball. Tonight, the Patriots host their Del Val rivals, the Chester High School Clippers. Hi, everybody. Alongside Justin Watson, I'm Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for tuning in. Penwood coming off a tough game a couple of days ago, a 60-58 overtime loss at Academy Park. They threw up a number of three-pointers, but were under 15%. Struggled from the line as well, 4 for 13. Although Jerry Flynn led the way with 16 points, Patriots came back from a 9-point deficit in the fourth, using a 17-8 run to force OT, but it just was not enough. And you know what? Now we're halfway through the Del Val season, Justin. Got to pick up some wins sitting at 2-2.
Absolutely. You definitely got to pick up some wins. When you go into your enemy territory, a big rival in Academy Park, you don't come away with the win there. And you come home to face another rival in Chester that you got to pick up the win here. You want to take care of home. You want to keep your standings within the Del Val Conference. You want to get the foothold. And this is a real important game. It's going to be exciting.
Chester right now, they are 12-3, 4-0 in league play. So again, Penwood has some work to do. Need to pick up some wins. As Chester haven't played since Sunday. It was a non-league win over Bishop Laughlin. Corral Watkins led the way with a double-double, 28 points, 17 rebounds as the Clippers bounce back from a 19-point loss to Baltimore Poly. That's the number 24 team in the country, according to ESPN. So Chester, they take on all comers, and Penwood has a big-time test, as per usual, against the Clippers.
Yeah, that team from Baltimore is pretty good. I know a lot of people down there in the Baltimore area, a lot of people that actually went to that school. Very excited about them being ranked in the top 24. For Chester to go down there and compete with them, that's a big deal for them. Chester's usually one of the better teams in the country, being a public school, and they've been battle tested, and they want to come out here and get a win against their arch rivals here.
It's the second meeting between these two squads back in January 7th. Chester picked up just a 3-point win over Penwood. Junior Corral Watkins led the way with 22 points. Rami Gilbert, the senior, picked up 17 as well as Chester. They've won the last 6 meetings. The last Penwood win was way back in January of 2017. Now, obviously, all these players weren't on the squad all those years, but they know the history.
Yeah, absolutely know the history. History goes back from really the beginning of Penwood when they came together back in, I think, the early 80s, I want to say 82. And it's been a big rivalry here, and it's going on in every sport, but basketball has been the main sport with the rivalry. And as you can see here, the crowd is getting very, very deep. Chester is a high school team that travels very well. Their fans come in, they're wearing the orange, they have all the Chester paraphernalia. So, sometimes you don't even know that it's a home game when you're at home against a Chester team.
Yeah, to give you an idea what kind of crowd we're expecting today, well, for the JV game, not a lot of people have left, and it was a great game. And congratulations to Penwood picking up the JV win. But they want to pick up the sweep here if they can, try to pick up a huge win here against Chester. Just trying to get something, get some momentum, split the season series, go to 3-2, and all of a sudden they'd only be a game out of first place.
Absolutely, and it's all about getting set for the playoffs. You want to have a good seeding. You want to be able to have a couple home games in the playoffs, and then you never know what can happen after that. It's all fun. It's all high school basketball, and ends up beautiful in the end of the day anyway.
Again, not a lot of time left in the regular season as far as the Del Val is concerned. Only 4 more games for each team. As Penwood, they will still have to face Academy Park. So that'll be a huge test coming up. Chester, they've got Academy Park coming up on Tuesday. So right now both teams, very much needing a victory. As both teams are about to line up, looks like we're going to have the national anthem. We will take a break and come back in a moment here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Welcome back, everyone. Once again, everybody. We're live from Lansdowne, Pennsylvania. About to get rolling. Penwood taking on Chester. Again, always a great rivalry. Desmond Johnson looking like he's ready to take the tip. And congratulations to Desmond Johnson, by the way, as he has been offered a couple of schools, Alvernia and Westchester, in football. You'll know his football accolade. I'm actually curious to see how he's going to do basketball-wise. First time I'm seeing him on the hardwood as we are underway. Chester in the black, and of course, Penwood rather, is in the white. Chester gets the tip. Akeem Taylor looking for Carroll, then kick back out. Far side Burton. It's Fareed Burton back up top now for Akeem Taylor as we bring you the starters as we move along. And no shot clock, so everyone will usually get a touch for the first possession. It's Taylor near side corner. Nice tip away there by Moore. But the drive in and unable to get it to go was Correll Watkins. Keep an eye on him as he'll float one up again. No good, but the tip is good by Akeem Taylor.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Penn was going to deal with the height and the length of this Chester team. Got to be active on defense, active hands, active bodies, not letting them get comfortable in the paint.
Yeah, certainly the size advantage belonging to Chester as the three ball no good from Penwood. So early on, 2-0 lead for Chester. Driving in, Taylor, kick back out. The drive in, that is no good, floated by Carroll. Underneath, a lot of battling there underneath as Watkins could not get it to go. So 3 chances for Chester, but it is Desmond Johnson to take it up court. Now for Salim Moore. Inside for Johnson, gets the man up in the air, banks it up, no good. Rebound Penwood, but unable to float it home was Abdullah Dublin. Opportunities there for the Patriots, but they still trail 2-zip.
Got to use the glass in that situation right there. Guaranteed bucket.
Now to the near side, Carroll. Oh, nice pass underneath, but getting fouled is Watkins. So he should head to the line. Foul's going to be against number 10, Jerry Flynn. His first, team's first. First shot no good from Correll Watkins. So he goes 1 for 2, and Chester increases the lead by 1, up by 3. A little bit of trouble here from Moore. Into the double team up ahead for Johnson. Johnson moving from with a 2-on-1. Crosses over, puts it up, and floats it home.
A great take by Desmond Johnson down low, getting his body, pushing around a little bit. Nice soft touch off the glass.
So Penwood on the board, and they get it right back. They'll look to drive. And the foul, Shamir Bonds.
That's what they're going to do, force some turnovers and take advantage with their speed, get down court, not let Chester get a chance to get in their defensive set, especially getting in their presses after made buckets. That's how they're going to have to win this game here. Keep the ball moving, keep Chester on their heels, and look for the open shot, of course, and just use their speed against them. Some of their aggressiveness and their speed, you got to use that against them.
Rami Gilbert guilty of the foul as Bonds tries to complete the three-point play, and he does, and we are even. Actually, Patriots take a 5-3 lead. So after a little bit of a slow start. Here's the 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Penwood, but it's taken away, and trying the dunk was Carroll, but it was blocked. But it will stay Clipper ball.
And that's just what I'm talking about right there, Tom. Staying active defensively, not giving up on the play. That was a great block to keep Chester from dunking the ball, which definitely would have been the momentum gainer.
Yeah, they always say it only counts for 2 points, but it's so huge. Here's a big slam from Akeem Taylor. So Taylor with 4 of the 5 points for Chester. And we're even up at 5 apiece. Salim Moore will run the point here against Fareed Burton Jr. Abdullah Dublin wanted the pick but didn't get it. Instead hands it off. Here's Moore up top to reset. Looks to drive right. Has some room. Kicked out. Corner 3 is good.
A great job with the pick setup. The little drive and kick out there out in three-point land with the corner. knock that down all the time. Makes it a great situation for him.
Abdullah Dublin with the 3-ball, his first 3 points of the game. Taylor, near side 3 from Carroll, and that's no good. Long rebound, deflected all the way up top, and controlled by Chester at the logo. Now the drive in, nice protection of the ball, floated up, no good. Out of bounds, and it will be Penwood ball.
And that's really what you saw right there. That's a signature of a Chester team. Every Chester team I've seen throughout history, they're bigs. Everyone is able to put the ball on the floor and play athletically, and that really helps them throughout the season and keeps them going deep into the playoffs. Johnson
carrying the ball over. You usually don't see the big man go over the line with possession, but he's got a good handle on it, and we saw a lot of that during the football season. We'll see it again here in basketball. Dublin. Correction, this is Moore all the way back into his own side of the court, and a foul. There's Amir Carroll's second, his first round, the team second. A pretty cleanly played game so far. Not even halfway through the first quarter, but only a few fouls. Inbound far side, Abdullah Dublin, the sophomore, 6'2". Up ahead for Johnson. Johnson looks to drive, buries the shoulder, gets his man in the air, and can't get it to go. And nice rebound from Carroll. But then lost it, dribbled off his foot, and it will stay Clipper ball.
That's good hustle there.
Might have been better served Bonds to let it go out of play, but he got last touch. You know what? Yeah. Winners want the ball, and he wanted it. Reed Burton, the junior, 5'11", 160. Gilbert back up top around Taylor. Everyone touches. Watkins for Burton. Looked at by Dublin. Little 2-3 zone coming here from the Patriots. Nice look underneath. And the foul along with the Carroll bucket. So a chance for the 3-point play for the Clippers to take the lead as the foul goes against Salim Moore.
And it looks like Chester's game plan in the half-court set is to get the ball down low to their bigs. They know they have the size advantage over this Penwood team, and they want to take advantage of their bigs. That's the strength of their offense there. And if they can get the ball to their bigs, they feel like they can dominate this game.
3-point play does not work. Finally, someone corrals the rebound. It's Jerry Flynn, the junior at 6'1". Again, size advantage does belong to Chester. Speed advantage will belong to Penwood. So which will win out is Flynn. Nice look underneath, and the left-handed bank by Bonds. So he's up to 5 points on the game as Penwood takes a 3-point lead.
Nice backdoor cut layup there by Bonds.
Burton looking to drive. A lot of contact. Can't get it to go. Gets the rebound back. Tries to settle. Spins left, and he walks. Officials certainly letting them play, Justin. And there's a lot of body contact underneath the hoop on both sides.
When you have two teams like this, you know you're going to have a lot of physical play, and you can't really call all the ticky-tack fouls all the time. Every time somebody touches somebody, will never get the game over.
Nice interception by Burton. Near side 3 from Taylor, and it is no good. Johnson rises for the rebound, but he taps it out of bounds. It'll be Chester ball.
Penwood actually doing a good job getting their hands on some rebounds, on some loose balls down low, keeping the bigs of Chester uncomfortable.
Yeah, the trick is going to be boxing out, definitely, as that is a 5-second violation. It'll be Penwood ball. Shamir Bonds leading the way for Penwood. 5 points, Dublin with 3, Johnson with 2. And here's Goring, fresh into the game. Now for Bonds, and he'll settle it down. Being looked at by Rami Gilbert. That's been Johnson down to the game, and he's looking for the trainer. Hopefully he's all right. Here's Flynn. Nice look underneath, and that is banked home by Goring.
Great job by Goring on the layup there. Nice touch.
Ooh, almost intercepted. Shamir Bonds got his paw in the way of that one. 2:48 to go, first quarter. And a timeout called, 30-second timeout called by Chester. But a big matchup here in Lansdowne. Again, pretty much a packed gym. We actually have to stand up so we can see everything. We're down in the corner.
I don't know if they stopped anybody from coming in yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if more people come in. Usually in this gym, you'll see all 4 of the bleachers pulled out and to capacity. We had that actually earlier this year in one game against Bartram, and every Chester Penwood game that I've been to has always been packed. They may have shut everybody down at the door at this point now.
And for the first time in my short time calling Penwood sports, I've had trouble finding parking. That's good. That's good news. And I got here an hour and a half before the game. Back underway. Long pass up ahead for Taylor. Taylor looking to drive, pops it up, and it is good. Akeem Taylor leading the way for Chester. He's got 7 points. And Chester's pulled within 3, but long pass up ahead over the head of Barnes. Way too strong.
You got to relax a little bit there. Don't try to get too much out of play. You got to get the ball up court, but not always looking for the home run play this early in the game.
One thing I always enjoy about high school sports or high school basketball, there's no shot clock, but these guys don't care. They want to put up points. Speaking of, Taylor with the 3 in and out, no good. Rebound, Carroll. Carroll kicks it out for Gilbert. He looks to drive. Drops it off for Burton. He resets. Far side again, Gilbert looking inside the post. Back down for Burton. Now back for Gilbert. He'll try the elbow 3. No good. Back of the rim. Tipped up ahead, and it's still loose. Down on the ground by Burton. Big scramble between the legs of Flynn. Tries to get it free. A lot of contact, and it's finally taken by Chester. Then the foul as Burton was wrecked by Latrell Goring.
Yeah, a lot of confusion going on there with the ball. The ball bouncing around everywhere. Everybody's trying to get their hands on the ball. It unfortunately got a little tangled up there. Referee has to call the foul on that. Could have called a lot of times, but of course, like you said, they're trying to let him play a little bit.
Trying to back his way in, Watkins. Skied up, great hang time as the tip back is good. Nice job by Zamir Carroll. He's got 4 points on the game, and the Clippers pull within 1. 1:40 to go, first quarter. Jerry Flynn. Over for Bonds. Coaching staff looking to stretch things out a little bit, get a little possession. Almost lost here for Flynn. Flynn looks to drive, draws a double, lost it on the spin, taken away by Taylor, and he'll look to push 3-on-2. Taylor drives in, big block there by Dublin, and he takes it away clean but steps out of bounds.
That's great defense there. Great defense there by Dublin. Staying with the ball and avoiding the foul. Just got his hands on the ball with his toe. Just got his toe on the line there.
As that put up is good, the second put up is good, third time is the charm for Akeem Taylor. He's up to 9 points on the game, and Chester takes a 1-point lead late here in the first. You can't allow those second, third opportunities for Chester. We mentioned earlier that they have the size advantage earlier in the game, earlier in this quarter. Penwood did a great job of boxing out, just keeping the bodies. Again, doesn't matter how big you are. If you're boxed out,
right,
you're not going to be able to pick up rebounds, but they've kind of gotten away from that.
And this is the point where they're missing Desmond Johnson Jr. right there. He has the size and strength to get some of those bigs out of the block, keep them uncomfortable. And as you know, when you walk somebody out, you got to get a little bit underneath their hip because you can move them more underneath their hip. And Penwood's not able to do that right now, and the Chester bigs are able to get their hands on the rebounds. They got to move these bigs around, keep them uncomfortable in the paint.
So Penwood, a little bit of adversity. Nobody's really led big, but it was pretty consistent for Penwood early on, but now down by 1. We're heading down the last minute. Jerry Flynn will take it over the timeline. Eventually work for Shamir Bonds, who's cooled down. He's got 5 points on the game to lead the way for Penwood. Near side, Dublin looking to drive his way in and spin back. Good defense by Taylor. Now they look underneath, but it's blocked away. And it looks like it will stay Penwood ball.
And just to let you know, Tom, as much as things change, they stay the same. At some point in this game, Chester's going to go into a full court press and pressure the ball. They've done it for the last 30 years, and I expect it to happen now. And that's when the game is really going to pick up.
The 3 from Bonds would not go. The putback blocked as Hugh Booth couldn't get it to go. But a foul called underneath, I believe, on Burton. Well, it may have just been out of bounds. Yep, that's the call. So no foul there. 42 seconds to go in the period. Back up top for Bonds. Bonds floats his way in, can't get it to go. A little bit too strong. And a foul on the floor. That'll be against Chester and Akeem Taylor, his first of the game. And good news, we saw Desmond Johnson walk past us from backstage, so to speak, getting attention from the trainer.
I like that. Backstage, I like that.
36 seconds to go. The three from Bonds is good. 8 points on the game for Shamir Bonds as Penwood retakes the lead by 2. 26 seconds to go in the first quarters. Here's Fareed Burton. Gilbert looking across. Back for Burton. Drives his way in. Kicked out. Popping is Taylor. No good. Rebound Watkins. Kick back out for Gilbert. 10 seconds to go. Driving in Carroll. Out for Gilbert. He looks for room in the lane. Now a double team. Back down for Taylor. All the way across for 3 seconds. Burton puts it up, and it is in and out. No good. The tip, no good. Rebound Goring, and that's the end of the first quarter. Well, great action at the end, but Penwood, they may have hurt us. They started the box out a little bit, even though they did pick up a couple of rebounds. They were from deep, and Clippers could not finish there at the end as Penwood takes a 2-point lead.
Yeah, the worst enemy of a good box out is the long rebound, and that's what happened right there. Penwood had some good box out there. Ball came off the rim a little long. Chester was able to grab the rebounds, but fortunately for Penwood, they weren't able to put the ball in the bucket.
We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment here on the Sports Fanbase Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Penwood High School. And just a quick reminder, today's broadcast is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. For more information on how to attend college full-time, tuition-free, and serve in the Army National Guard part-time, contact Master Sergeant Charles Kelly of Team South Philly at 484-947-6293. Always appreciate the great sponsorship of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. Underway, second quarter. Penwood leading by 2. Chester with possession. Akeem Taylor inside the lane, underneath for Carroll, and he banks it home.
Yeah, they let Carroll get position down low, and nobody had a body on him. Let him get down low. He's going to, and get position. He's going to make those easy buckets.
Oh, inbound deflected away for Taylor. He floats up, and the foul. Quick turn of events is down on his back as Shamir Bonds looking for help getting up. Looks like he's all right.
In the NBA, he might have been standing in what would be considered the restricted area, and I think that's why that foul was called, because of his positioning under the basket. Because he was definitely there before the offense got there, before they got there, but referee just saw him. He was too far under the basket. They had to call it foul.
Shamir Bonds guilty of the foul. Keem Taylor looking for the three-point play. He's got 11 points already on this one. 11 of the 17 by the Chester Clippers.
Look for that press here, Tom. Look for that full.
Good time for it, especially if he makes this. And he does. And they're going to push up everybody. Deflected. Johnson can't control, but it is off of Taylor. And the save made by my partner, Justin Watson. Save the equipment. Inbound now, Dublin. Long outlet pass. That is deflected down and intercepted by Burton. So now Chester putting on the pressure, up by 3. Near side Burton. Correction, that's Gilbert. Looking over for Carroll. Back down for Gilbert. Drives his way in. Tries to drop it off for Watkins. Underneath, deflected. Right to Gilbert. Puts up the left hand.
Tough take for Gilbert right there. Putting up the left hand. Dr. J style with the layup.
5-point lead for Chester. Foul coming. And it looks like it'll be against Zamir Carroll. That'll be his second. Largest lead of the game for Chester at 5 points. Penwood led by as many as 6. So a back and forth game, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Here's Moore, the 5'8 sophomore, playing the point. Gets the pick, back down for Johnson. Nice bounce pass look for Bonds. He drives to the left hand, draws the foul. And he will head to the line. That's going to be against Zamir Carroll, his third.
You definitely want to get those bigs in trouble if you're Penwood. You want to get down there, get to the basket, another backdoor cut there, drawing the foul. You want to get him in some foul trouble, maybe get him on the bench. Maybe we won't see him again until the second half.
That is confirmed against Carroll. As to the line goes Bonds. Big time scorer so far in this one, but he just misses the first one. He's got 8 points on the game to lead the way for the Patriots. Akeem Taylor leading the way for the Clippers. He's got 12. Bonds will try it again. A sweet release. And Penwood pulls within 4.
Chester subbed in Jamaj Womack, another 6-foot-plus player. Maybe 6'4" coming off the bench there.
A little trouble there from Burton, and it's out of play. And you look at the Penwood roster, their tallest player actually plays JV.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
That's good news for the future. Maybe get him some seasoning and call him up later this year, or have him, be part of the team next year. Nice dribble through. Nice look underneath for Bonds. A lot of contact and unable to get it to go, and no fouls. Taylor picked up the rebound. Now the drive in, and that is no good, but a late foul decision. Floating up with Rami Gilbert. He'll head to the line.
That was a strange time for the whistle on that. I mean, I don't know if the referee was looking to see if the ball went in before he wanted to call the foul. Not too sure about that one, but then again, it's not my job to blow the whistle.
Hugh Booth guilty of the foul. Rami Gilbert misses the first. Rebound. Picked up by Johnson. And the outlet for Bonds. Bonds looks to drive, pops it up, and it is no good. Good height on it. Couldn't get it to go. Here's Burton looking to run. Nice drop off for Taylor in the reverse. Can't get it to go. Johnson pitches for Bonds and then up ahead for Moore. And he'll look to drive. Way up on the glass. But it goes out of play.
Can't believe there wasn't a foul called on that play. There was a lot of contact down low. But during and after the shot, a lot of contact, no foul called. Interesting no call there.
4-point lead for the Clippers. Scoring's kind of settled down a bit. Both teams getting misses. Good defense as well. Taylor back for Gilbert. Looking inside. Turnaround shot is no good by Watkins, and the rebound by Jerry Flynn. Flynn looking to push it himself for Moore for the elbow three. Too strong, but underneath Penwood has it and spanked home.
Great positioning for the rebound there and the putback.
Jerry Flynn's first 2 points of the game. Penwood within 2. As that's dropped and picked up by Bonds. He'll look to push 2-on-1. Bonds goes himself, and that's blocked. Big block by Taylor. And Chester controls as here's Burton. Dropped off underneath. The left-hander no good. Rebound comes back up top for Burton. He drives. That's blocked. And it goes out of play. It's Penwood ball. Ferocious action here at Penwood High School.
It's a classic Penwood Chester game here. I've been to quite a few in my life. I've seen Jameer Nelson. I've seen Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And this is ranking so far. This is ranking right up there with those couple of games that with those NBA players, those guys that were future NBA players at the time.
Chester, Penwood throw out the records, and it's usually an intense contest in every sport, especially basketball. As Flynn lost the handle, dives to the floor, tries to recover the fumble, and we'll have a jump ball, and it will be Chester possession.
It's interesting jump ball call there because it didn't look like there was any tie-up. Well, maybe the Penwood player would try to call a timeout there, but
I don't think he realized he had full possession, at least according to the official. I don't think he actually ever really did have possession.
Maybe not.
Well, a chance here for Chester to increase their lead halfway through the second quarter. 2018 is the Clipper lead. Here's Taylor for Gilbert. Now for Burton. Back for Gilbert. In that 2-3 zone once again from the Patriots. To the corner. Now near side Gilbert. Crosses over. Steps back. No shot there. All the way over for Burton. 1-3. Taylor floats it. Gilbert. All the way across for Burton. And good possession here from Chester. Fake there from Gilbert. Drives his way in. Almost picked up the dribble. Now Taylor underneath. In the trees. Drops it off. And then it's put up and good by Correll Watkins. His first 2 points of the game.
That was a good possession by the Clippers there. They would move the ball around and they stayed patient. That's why they were able to make that bucket.
4:11 to go, second quarter. Booth now. Massenberg's into the game as well for the Patriots. Wearing number 4. Far side Moore. Dribbled off his foot as Gilbert got in his way. Down to the floor they go. It's going to be another jump ball. And I can't see the possession now. It looks like it'll be Patriot ball.
The two guys that had the ball tied up were on the same team.
Yeah, they may have to rethink this. Either that or they got a timeout called. It looks like the official's going to help us out, and it will be a timeout.
I'm not really sure how that goes.
So you have the official standing over two guys going, all right, go. 4-point lead for Chester. They've led by as many as 5. Penwood early on led by 6. They came out on fire. You know, usually that's what happens in a home game in a rival like this. It is obviously going to be a more pro Penwood crowd, so you get kind of juiced up about it. But then everything settles down, and Chester got used to it. And now they're, I wouldn't say controlling the play, but they've shown themselves to be very resilient and very patient in the last couple of possessions.
Absolutely. Penwood's going to really have to stick to their fundamentals too, getting the box out, maybe, getting that down there and getting the pump fakes and getting the bigs up in the air. They're got one big in trouble. They probably going to have to want to get a few more in trouble. They actually still, they're still in this game at this point, and if they stick to their fundamentals, get some easy buckets. There's not going to be any easy buckets, but get a couple buckets, some timely buckets. This game is going to stay interesting till the end.
So Massenberg drops it off for Bonds, and it is Penwood ball after the timeout. Up top for Johnson. Johnson now for Booth. Booth over for Massenberg. Here for Bonds, puts up the corner 3, that's good!
That's what I'm talking about right there. Being patient, seeing the open man, running your offense. There's no shot clock, letting your offense run.
Second 3 ball of the game for Bonds. He leads the way scoring wise for the Patriots, but they're down by 1. Now trying to drive through is Burton, near side Taylor. Back for Burton, 3:20 to go in the second. Near side again for Taylor. Burton. Driving into the lane, floats it off the backboard, and he gets the roll.
That only went in because of the position of the move. That was almost on his way out.
Must be high tide because that one went in. 3 minutes to go in the second. That's Ray Burton gets his first couple points of the game. Samir Massenberg. Desmond Johnson trying to get it underneath for Goring. Off his hand, and it's Chester ball. Just trying to get it into a double team there.
Yeah, that's a tough pass to get in there. I thought he might have gotten tripped up there on the baseline. Referee didn't see it that way. The ball was already out of his possession by that time anyway.
So again, a 3-point lead for Chester. Back now for Taylor. Inside Watkins. Oh, nice pass inside, but unable to bank it home was Womack. Great quick passing by Chester. Desmond Johnson behind the back, but lost it to Taylor. Floated up ahead for Berry, but too strong for him. It'll be Penwood ball.
Chester looking to make something happen on that play, something exciting there, but unable to connect on the pass there. Somebody's got to come over in that situation and help Desmond Johnson with the ball. He's not one to dribble the ball out there that far from the bucket, so somebody's got to come out there and give him a little bit of help.
So Bonds trying to get over the timeline. Big time pressure from Burton. Lost it, and here comes Akeem Taylor by himself with the jam. Another fast break point. And a foul right away on the inbound. That's Chester kind of giving things back right there. Even though they're up by 5 and their crowd is pumped. A needless foul.
Like I said, sometimes you don't even know that you're at a home game when Chester comes to town. Their fans travel very well.
Foul against Fareed Burton Jr. His first, team 6. Long outlet pass by Booth. Up ahead for Bonds. Bonds underneath, that's given away. Tried to make a play, but right there in his face was Gilbert. Gilbert tries the near side for Taylor. Underneath, blocked away from Watkins. Followed up by Berry. Now underneath, taken away by Johnson. He'll outlet right away for Bonds. Bonds by himself with a left-handed miss. But a putback, that's missed. Penwood smart. So Lee Moore missed it, but he settles it down. Now here's Johnson. He looks to drive. Left-hander, no good. Lot of contact Nothing called. The outlet the other way for Gilbert. Too strong for him. And again, furious back and forth action, but a little sloppy as well.
Call me crazy, Tom, but if there's going to be an outlet pass being thrown, I want Des Johnson Jr. throwing that pass. He threw the outlet on that when he hit his receiver right on the hands, right on the numbers, right in stride.
Getting a flashback to Kerr Field about 4 months ago. Lazy inbound, almost taken away by Watkins. You got to be sharp, and Desmond Johnson saying exactly that to Hugh Booth, and man, you've got to get it to me. Here's Jerry Flynn after the inbound. 1:38 to go in the half. Penwood's down by 5. Moore. And Chester has the firepower to pull away if Penwood's not careful. Moore finds a lane. Kicks it back out. Nice look underneath. It's backed home by Flynn.
That's great look. Good patience by the Penwood offense right there.
4 points on the game by Flynn as Penwood pulls within 3. 1:10 to go here in the second. Gilbert, always looking at this left side. That's blocked away, and Barnes is ready to run, but he's fouled. That's a good foul by Rami Gilbert before he got free. That'll be his second foul of the game, and 7th for the Clippers. So with that 7th foul, we'll have the bonus. Shamir Barnes will head to the line. He's already hit a couple of free throws. He's 2 for 3 on the game. 12 points on the game for Shamir Barnes. Looking to find a way to pull the Patriots within 1. He got to hit this first one. He misses. And Correll Watkins with the rebound. Watkins with the outlet. Taylor. Dropped off for Berry. Berry for 3, and it's good.
That's a 4-point swing right there for the Clippers. It's the type of game where you can't miss your free throws if you're on the Penwood team.
Here's Flynn for 3. Air ball no good. Rebound Watkins. 6-point game, and the Clippers have possession, looking to push, but take it away. Barnes all by himself, and he'll lay it home this time. Well, Barnes has been a big-time scoring threat. Here's a 3 from Burton. In and out, no good. Rebound Penwood, taken by Barnes. Looking to push with 20 seconds to go. Drives himself. Nice Euro step, and he gets it to go. Penwood pulls within 2. But now the drive in here from Watkins, and he's fouled.
That's a tough one there. A little bit of a momentum swing on that one. A little bit of a momentum stopper there by Chester. He was able to get the ball up and strong through, power through to get the 2.
Hugh Booth, his second foul of the game, as Correll Watkins completes the 3-point play. He's got 5 points on the game, and that's the difference. 9 seconds left. Here's Desmond Johnson at the timeline, met there. Bounced up ahead for Booth, looks to drive in. That's blocked by Taylor, and that is how the period will end, as this will not count. Oh, great effort on both sides, frenetic pace. Chester just a little bit cleaner. Yeah, we don't have the turnover numbers, but I think Penwood just a little bit guilty of trying to force some plays, and hasn't quite worked out for him. But again, still plenty of time in this one, down by just 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the type of game where there's a lot of emotion involved, and you're at home. You want to make the plays. You want to get the crowd excited. You just got to kind of settle down, come out in the second half, settle down. Be patient. When you're patient, your offense flows very well. Be patient and get the plays, make the plays happen, and also be ready for that press coming, because Chester's going to be coming with that press in the second half.
Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with third quarter action in just a few minutes as you're watching Penwood Athletics here on the Sports Fanbase Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Penwood High School in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania. About to get started with third quarter action with the Penwood Patriots trailing the Chester Clippers 32-27. And we are underway as we've switched sides. So Penwood going right to left. And a little ball trouble there from Johnson. And once again, some pressure and the jump ball. And it will be Chester ball. Inauspicious start to the quarter.
Not the way you wanted to start the second half here if you're Penwood.
Penwood being led by Shamir Bonds. 16 points in the first half. 4 for Flynn, 3 for Dublin, 2 each for Goring and Johnson. And this is outletted here for Moore, looking for his first 2 points of the game, but too strong on the layup. And for Reed Burton, will get the rebound, driving in Carroll. In some foul trouble, and another jump ball, and this time it'll be Penwood ball. Samir Carroll with 3 fouls on the game, so he's got to be a little careful. Akeem Taylor leading the way for the Clippers. He's got 14 points. 6 each for Carroll and Watkins. Berry with 3, Burton and Gilbert with 2 each. So you're all caught up. As Chester controls, I thought that was going to be Penwood ball, but Gilbert looks inside for Watkins. Blocked, and jump ball again.
Chester tried to invoke a little foul call on that one, but that was definitely all ball on that play.
Booth in for Dublin. Booth, the only Penwood player with 2 fouls. As here's Burton. No scoring just yet, but now Gilbert pops one up and can't get it to go. Rebound Bonds. Long pass up ahead for Johnson. Skies up behind the back pass to keep it alive and does, and kicked out and settled down nicely by Moore. Moore near side for Flynn. Thought about the 3, drives baseline, stopped there. Up top, almost intercepted. To the ground goes Bonds, but it's blocked away here for Carroll. Outlets for Gilbert, and then the pass up ahead. Oh, nice look underneath, and that is banked home with a roll for Corral Watkins.
That turnover, that was not a good turn. No turnover is good, but he was trying to force a pass that really wasn't there. Forced it to cause the turnover, and 2 points for Chester.
7-point lead for Chester, the largest lead of the game. Here's Moore. Back down for Flynn. Now for Hugh Booth. Booth looking for help. Desmond Johnson. Here for Moore. Underneath for Booth. All alone, but a big block by Taylor. Another block by Taylor. Now the 3 ball from Moore is no good. Rebound Johnson fighting for it, but it's picked up by Carroll. Oh, big this defensive sequence from Akeem Taylor. Now the drive from Burton puts it up off the window, no good. Rebound off of Johnson, but they're saying it is Penwood ball. Keith Taylor, head coach for the Chester Clippers, not a happy man at the moment. Again, we don't have a full stats package in front of us, but just top of, you're playing well when top of your head you can count a number of blocks or steals. Akeem Taylor, he's got 4 blocks, just top of my head. You might have more. Desmond Johnson Jr. up now for Moore, and he'll settle it down as Penwood still looking for their first points of the second half. Moore, the 5'8" guard. Johnson drives, gets underneath, gets the foul, and can't get it to go. He will head to the line.
Great job getting inside by Desmond Johnson, getting down low and able to force the foul by Chester and keep their bigs in a little bit of foul trouble.
First foul for Corral Watkins, first of the half for Chester. First shot a little bit too strong. Now we mentioned during the pregame, Penwood struggled from the line against Academy Park just a couple of days ago, going 4 for 13. Certainly something that needs to be cleaned up as the second shot is no good. Putback is no good as well. And it's wrestled down by Carroll. Nice pass for Gilbert underneath the basket. Dropped off for Taylor, puts it up and it's good. Up to a 9-point lead for the Chester Clippers. Long outlet here for Moore. Moore gets a step. A lot of contact, can't get it to go, but he'll head to the line. You know what? If I'm Chester, they probably read the same article I did about the Academy Park game, about their troubles at the line. Why not hack a Patriot?
Hey, why not? I mean, it's probably going to work in your favor. Chances are, with the struggles that they've had at the foul line this whole season.
As third foul against Rami Gilbert. Well, you start hacking and you get in some foul troubles. The first shot is good. So now you got Gilbert with 3 and Carroll with 3. First opportunities here for Moore from the line. Hits the first. And hits the second. So maybe a little momentum for the Penwood Patriots, down by 7. Still relatively early on in the second half. Fareed Burton directing traffic. Pass up ahead. That's intercepted by Flynn. Flynn wants to push. Flynn floats up. Off the window. It's good.
They finished by Flynn on that play. Way to make a play happen. They would play the passing lanes and get through.
So now a little bit of a run here from Penwood as that's up and it's good, and the foul. Oh, what a move there from Correll Watkins. He now has 10 points, looking for 11.
A little spin-a-rooney action there, going baseline, able to get the ball in. That's a tough play, and great finish there by Correll Watkins.
Jerry Flynn's second foul of the game. And you know what, if you're Penwood, you've got to just look at that and go, you know what, we did all we could. You make them do that you make them make that kind of play every time they get a bucket. At least you try to, at least.
Got to make them earn it.
5 points in the half for Watkins, now 11 in the game. Back to an 8-point lead for Chester. Johnson in traffic, and he forces it. But fortunate to get the bounce, the inbound here, Booth.
Well, what I'm not understanding is how Desmond Johnson keeps getting the ball there in that corner and nobody's coming over to help him.
That's great work by Chester. Again, right here in that corner, you double. You have 2 defenders plus the timeline. So it's essentially a triple team. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. A little bit of traffic here. Flynn settles it down. Now looks to drive with the left. Ooh, almost walked, and it's given away to Taylor. Taylor, nice bounce pass. Underhand pass for Burton. Now for Taylor again. And inside here for Watkins, and he gets it to go. Watkins really heating up here in the second half. He's got 13 points on the game, 7 of which here in the first 5 minutes and 30 seconds of the third quarter, and it's now a 10-point lead for Chester.
And I don't see Penwood being able to stop Correll Watkins down low if he's able to step up and just do a little pick and pop there. He's elevating high in there. He's already about 6'4", and and it gets elevated high in there. Nobody's really jumping with him there. And if he's hitting that shot, it's going to be very tough to stop him down low.
That is absolutely true. So Penwood's coaching staff, headed by Matt Lindeman, trying to figure something out here. Again, Penwood came out house on fire, led by 6 early on, but Chester has been slowly but surely pulling away. And they had their biggest lead of the game at 10 at 41-31, trying to sweep the season series and really put a stranglehold on first place in the Del Valle. They'd go to 5-0 if they could pick up the win, and Penwood would drop to 2-3. That would keep them in third for now. Certainly don't want to find themselves towards the bottom of the bracket.
No, you don't want to find yourself at the bottom of the bracket. You don't want to be in third place in the Del Valle going into the playoff season. They got to find something. They got to find a way. They got to be patient, stick to their fundamentals. Like I said, keep the bigs out of the paint, keep them uncomfortable, especially on offense. On defense, you got to move them around, try to clear out some space, and don't allow them to affect the game from down low. Also, one more thing, they got to make the foul shots. If they don't make the foul shots, you can forget everything I just said.
Johnson looking for somebody to inbound, and here comes that press again. Here's a nice pass up ahead, deflected away. Booth couldn't pick it up. He gets it right back and shoves it back for Moore. Got to get over the timeline and does. Moore with space in front of him. Stops there. Good transition D. Dropped off now for Barnes. Barnes driving in. Nice step, and he gets it to go.
Great move and finish by Barnes there.
His first 2 points of the half. He's up to 18 to lead the way. As this is blocked away by Moore and taken back by Johnson. Johnson wanted to push and drops it off for Moore. Moore back for Barnes. Thought about the 3. Steps back then. Takes the 3, and it's no good. Off the back of the rim. And Burton with the rebound.
He should have fouled a shot on that one. That one came off long. He might have had a chance to get that rebound.
Here's Taylor. Akeem Taylor, 16 points on the game. Fareed Burton up top, directing traffic. Back to that 2-3 zone for Penwood. Gets the pick. Almost lost it. Taylor to the corner. Driving baseline. Buries his head into the trees. Kicked out. And here comes a 3. It is no good. A rebound, Flynn. Penwood down by 8, 3:30 to go in the third. Handoff drive for Moore. Now Barnes settles. Handoff for Moore once again, all the way around for Booth. Booth now for Johnson. They'll let him hang out there. Now for Barnes. Barnes looking to drive his way in with the left hand. Nice drive.
Barnes looks like he wants to put this game on his shoulders right now and get this team back into the game.
18 points for him, but underneath, off the hands of Watkins, out of play, and a Penwood ball. And it's funny, a little bit of a turnover like that, and Penwood faithful here in the gym getting a little excited, thinking about a comeback, down by just 6 now. Still a ton of time in this one. So Lee Moore will walk it over the timeline. I think I've said that twice in this entire game. It's usually been running gun. It's a lot of fun to watch, but coaches, they don't always like it. Here's Booth stepping back against the double team. Tried to force inside, blocked away for Berry. Good hands from Zamir Carroll. Far side Burton puts up the 3, air ball. Rebound Watkins, the put up is good.
They really got to do something about boxing out Watkins there. He's dominating the game down low, and he's really been a game changer for them.
6'4", 180, and I got a feeling he's grown since we got this list. He's certainly playing like a much bigger guy. The pass across as Moore off his hands, and it'll be Chester ball. So now Akeem Taylor, 6'4", 190, the senior, 16 points on the game while inbound. Basically, it is Carroll and Watkins leading the way for the Chester Clippers. Underneath here, Carroll looks to force, no good. Long rebound behind the back, Barnes. He looks to drive, left hand goes up, and that's blocked. And kept in bounds by Taylor and bounced out of play. And it will be Penwood balls. He tried to bank it off of Flynn, but it didn't work. Officials have a quick conversation, but it looks like they'll work it out.
Just trying to lean in to get a little bit of conversation on my microphone there. I don't know.
We're right in this corner, as you may be able to see. Certainly up close to the action. And I think it was the right call. It's Dublin back out for Goring. Moore. Over for Dublin. Oh, trying to go back for Moore. Now for Flynn. Kick back out, the 3 from Dublin, no good. High rebound, and skying up is Taylor. Quick outlet for Burton. They look to run. Nice touch pass, and it's banked home by Watkins. Oh, beautiful fast break from the Clippers.
Great fast break. Textbook fast break for them with a nice finish. Flynn didn't realize he had a pass to the bucket right there on that last play, too.
And you know what? The ball moves quicker when you pass than when you dribble. And that didn't even touch the floor. Here's Dublin looking inside, desperate to get it inside, but no, Barnes on the near side. He'll try to drive, puts it up, and it's good. Barnes at the 22 points, but then a fast break the other way, off the hands of Watkins. Back out for Burton, puts up the 3, and it's no good. Underneath Watkins with the rebound, and he's fouled. They are having trouble containing the size of Carell Watkins.
He's showing some dominance down there, down in the paint there, getting up for those rebounds. He knows nobody can jump with him down there. He's getting up for those rebounds, squeezing the ball, because that's one big thing. My high school coaches say you got to squeeze the ball. You get the rebound, make sure you squeeze the ball. You got to come down with it, going up with his strength, getting the foul, getting 2 at the line.
First foul on Dublin. Second of the half for Penwood as Watkins is filling up the score sheet. Started off the half with 6 points.
And I can't help but to reiterate, man, the difference in this game has been the foul shots.
Second shot, no good. And Penwood, near side, Moore. And a little air ball, but that's put up. It's good by Gary Flynn. Punch, counter punch here at Penwood High School. Fareed Burton. Barely over the timeline. Moore in his face. But now over for Berry. The chant here in the gym is defense. 20 seconds to go in the half. Looking for a big stop. Burton all the way across. Picked up by Berry. He'll stop. Steps up now for Taylor. He puts up the elbow three. No good. Rebound Goring. Goring with the quick outlet pass. Connects to Moore. Moore up ahead for Flynn. Flynn with the left hand is blocked by Taylor. The putback is altered. It's loose and taken by Berry off his foot. And that's how the quarter ends. Just when Penwood was looking for a fast break opportunity to turn some momentum, another huge block by Akeem Taylor sends us into the fourth quarter.
And if the end of that quarter is any indication of what the rest of this game is going to be, I really just want to be here and watch it the whole night. I mean, this has been a great game, exciting game. A lot of fast breaks, a lot of back and forth, a lot of defensive plays, a lot of emotion going on in this game here. The crowd is into it. And, of course, like I said, you can't even tell that you're at a Penwood game because the Chester crowd is here, and they're loud tonight. They come, they travel well, and they're here to support their team. Penwood fans are here to support their team as well. They're just out here, it's a good time. It's a great game. And if you're able to watch this game right now on the Sports Fan Base Network, you're getting a treat.
Oh, absolutely. We'll take a real quick break. Come back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. You're watching Penwood basketball on the Sports Fan Base Network. About to start fourth quarter action, but first we'll remind everyone that today's broadcast is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. For more information on how to attend college full-time, tuition-free, and serve in the Army National Guard part-time, contact Master Sergeant Charles Kelly of Team South Philly at 484-947-6293. Underway here in the fourth quarter. Alongside Justin Watson, I'm Tom Williams. Thanks so much for tuning in. Almost another turnover as Johnson picks it up. Johnson tries to drive his way through, passes out in front, but intercepted by Berry, and he looks to push once again for the Clippers. Nice little jump, and able to get it to go for Reed Burton. Back to a 9-point lead for the Chester Clippers. They are just keeping Penwood at arm's length. That's floated up off the backboard by Moore, but no good. And Taylor pushes. Oh, nice step back here. Berry puts up the three, that's good. Just his second three of the game, but he's hit two big ones at perfect times.
Had a couple words there for the Penwood cheerleaders there. I know it's probably a little bit of talk going on over there in that corner.
Largest lead of the game for the Chester Clippers at 12 points. 7 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Look inside, they try to force it again, intercepted, and that goes off of Flynn. It'll be Chester ball. Heads up play by Akeem Taylor. And good recognition on the bench for Penwood. They feel this game slipping away, so the timeout called. And you can see and hear the Chester faithful in the house.
I'll tell you what, just to give a little bit of history on this rivalry, there was a time when the Chester cheerleaders would also travel with the team, and the Penwood cheerleaders see out here right now, and then the Chester cheerleaders would be out on the floor, and it was, you could just imagine how loud this place was. If you think it's loud now, when it got loud then, when the cheerleaders were on, it was crazy because it was a battle between, just think of it like a battle of the bands. You got this band here, this band here, and everybody wants to support their band and be loud for their band, and man, I hope those days come back where the cheerleaders travel with both teams, because, I mean, it just adds to the excitement of this rivalry.
Again, these aren't exactly natural geographical rivals either. The distance between Penwood High School and Chester High School is pretty decent, but since they're in conference and they always play each other so tight over the past umpteen number of years, it draws the fans out, draws the parents out. Penwood fans will drive out to Chester, and obviously vice versa.
Absolutely, and the one thing that the Chester basketball team always had over Penwood was they had the state championships, and that changed back in 2009 when Penwood was able to finally get their first basketball state championship.
Right now it's Del Val action, and Penwood in a little bit of trouble here. Down by 12 after the timeout. Chester ball. Taken away here by Goring, and he keeps it alive. Smartly doesn't decide to push. Moore now looking to push his ball. Nice play there. Gets inside the lane, banks it up. It's no good, but he'll head to the line.
Great play, way to draw the foul right there by Barnes. able to keep a hold of the ball, too. He had a little bit of traffic there in his face, but he's got to make these foul shots to make it count.
Fahim Berry's first foul of the game. The first shot is good. Bonds now with 23 points leading the way. And you mentioned it earlier, he's had a number of moments where he just wanted to carry the team on his back. And he's trying, and that's a little bit too strong. Almost got his own rebound as he fouled it well, but Taylor with the rebound. Out for Burton. Burton pops in and able to get it to go.
And they're going to be making their three-point shots. Okay, I can talk. This fourth quarter is not going to go well for Penwood. They wanted to put a hand in the face.
All the way across. More Alligator under pressure from Berry. And that's something we've seen a little bit too much from Penwood, a number of turnovers. A lot of forces inside into double and triple teams. Yeah, that's the desire to make plays, but the decision-making process a little wanting today.
Yeah, absolutely right, Tom. I couldn't agree with you more.
13-point deficit for Penwood. This is taken away, though, for Johnson to control. Johnson now for Bonds. Bonds turning on the speed as he's done all game long. Now outlet wide away as Burton drives, puts it up, no good. And it will stay Chester possession. One thing you also can't forget about after you make a bucket, as cool as it is, you got to get back on D. You can't allow the other team under the basket so quickly.
Absolutely, especially with this Chester team. They're moving the ball up court very fast. They have a very tall team, and they can get, like you said earlier, they can get the ball all the way down court without one dribble. So you got to get yourself back down and get your defense set up.
Yeah, you know what? I think I mistakenly said earlier that Penwood had the speed advantage. I think Chester does. In spite of their size, they are lightning quick, especially when they pass. Here's a foul, either against Bonds or Moore. Either way, it's not a disaster. Third foul of the half on Penwood, and it is going to be against Bonds, his second. And nobody in foul trouble for Penwood. Zamir Carroll in some trouble. 3 fouls, but that's all in the first half. So he's been good since. Here's Taylor with room. He'll try to power his way through, and they'll call a block. Oh, he was a little out of control, a little surprised they didn't think about the charge there, but the foul will be against Flynn.
I think he got a little bailed out on that one. The defender didn't even have he wasn't even facing him on that play, and then he pulled the defender down afterwards, tried to make it look a little bit worse than it was. So kind of got away with one there, and sometimes that'll happen.
Third foul on Jerry Flynn. As Chester will call a timeout. I think the coaching staff for Chester's kind of thinking, all right, getting a little wild here, up by 11. Let's settle it down, get some good possessions. Even if you miss, you want to eat 30, 45, 60 seconds if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Chester can very much afford to be patient with their offensive sets here. Let to get them to the offense. Wait to see the open man before they take a shot. They don't have to rush anything right now. Like I said, an 11-point lead at this point, with Penwood really having to push to get themselves back into the game. I think, and they have the bigs, they have the size, they have the strength right now. So they really don't have to push anything. I would take my time. I would make each possession maybe 30 seconds if I could. Maybe force Penwood into some type of foul situation or get them fouling. Get them to make a mistake on defense where I can take advantage of it.
And not exactly scintillating basketball if you do that, but that certainly will pick up the win for Chester again, especially if they start hitting those shots. Hit the free throws once Penwood gets desperate. They've done a good job of that so far in this one when they've been sent to the line. Penwood's going to need to find something new, find a new wrinkle, maybe go on to the back of Shamir Bonds, who has done such a good job of slicing his way into the lane, but he's got to hit those layups.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that the Chester coach will put something in right now to keep him from getting off the way he was, and Penwood's going to have to really free him up so he can do his thing.
Well, Chester, after the timeout, will inbound underneath right away. It's put up and it's good by Corral Watkins, who's had a monster second half of play.
Great call coming out of the timeout by the Chester coaching staff.
This match is the largest lead of the game for the Clippers, all the way across for Bonds. Bonds underneath for Johnson. Johnson with a dribble. Tries to go up and draws contact, but he at least gets the bucket. 4 points on the game with Desmond Johnson. Relatively quiet game for him.
Almost looked like Desmond didn't know what to do with all that space he has. Not used to having that much space down there.
Oh, nice look underneath it. An easy put in for Carroll. He's got 8 points on this one. Back to a 13-point lead, but then the left-handed layup is too strong. That's kind of a microcosm of how this game has gone. And here's the layup once again from Watkins. 16 points in the half for Watkins. We go the other way. Another big block by Taylor. That's at least 5. 3 no good, and the rebound, Bonds slams it off of Watkins.
That might be the most positive thing that happened for Penwood in this quarter so far. Was that play right there? They really got to get themselves together, settle down a little bit, get the ball into the hand of Bonds and let him do his thing, and maybe knock down a couple 3-point shots. But mainly, if they get to the line, they got to knock down the free throws.
So down by 15. This is the largest lead of the game for the Clippers. Dublin all the way around the far side for Bonds. He'll try the elbow 3. No good. And the rebound again by Watkins. I don't think Chester knows how to go into a half-court offense because they just continue to drive, but that layup no good from Watkins. Outlet for Johnson. Johnson, a little 2-on-1. Drives himself to left hand. Shot altered. Bonds continues to battle, puts it up, no good, tries the rebound. He's tied up by Carroll, who swipes away, then taken back by Johnson and banks it home.
Way to clean up by Johnson there. Bonds was on the ground, tried to use the Chester player to help him up.
Take it away. Here's Bonds trying to spin his way into the lane. That was all ball, and now the foul. Oh, Bonds not happy right now. That foul looks to be against Jerry Flynn. That'll be his 4th. So they'll take him out. And coming in is Hugh Booth. A little frustration there from Shamir Bonds. In spite of the big game he's already had, it could be even bigger. He's missed a couple of layups, even though there's been a lot of traffic. So the Clippers looking to put this game away. And we mentioned that they may go into some kind of half court, but I don't think they know how to. And it doesn't matter. It's trying to get it up as Taylor. Then the second try, and he gets the foul as well.
Right now, Penwood's not able to get around the size of this Chester Clippers team, especially the bigs. They don't have anybody that can match the height. They can match the strength, but they can't match the height. Chester's getting up, getting the rebounds, getting the putbacks, and they're making it look a little bit easy right now. And right now, it's looking like Penwood doesn't have enough firepower to get back into this game.
Second foul by Dublin is heading out of the game is Jerry Flynn. He's got 4 fouls as 3-point play completed by Akeem Taylor. So largest lead of the game, 16 points. 3:20 to go in the 4th. And it'll take pretty much perfection the rest of the way. Nice look for Johnson. He is fouled. Well, Akeem Taylor getting a little greedy looking for another block, but good body position by Desmond Johnson. He'll go to the line with a 3-point play.
And the look on Desmond Johnson's face said it was about time because he's gotten a lot of contact and down low in this game, and finally he's getting to the line.
Shot is no good, but it's deflected over here for Dublin. Dublin thought about the 3. Back up top though for Moore. Now the 3 ball from Bonds. It's good! But now outletted is back to a single-digit lead, taken away by Bonds. Bonds looks to push. A lot of contact. Drives in. It's a block. And he will head to the line. Thought it might have been a charge as Carell Watkins did all he could to draw it.
Salih Moore was a little slow getting up on that play. He's just getting back to the half court. There was a lot of big collision down there on that football-style outlet pass, and that Penwood was able to come up with the interception.
For Watkins, that is his 3rd. Might be a little bit too late to think about this, but maybe you just keep going after Watkins, try to get him out of this game somehow.
Yeah, that's something that they should have really been going at Watkins, or knowing that he had 4 fouls, or it was 3 fouls, I believe, in the first half. Should have been really kind of directing and trying to get him in a little bit of foul trouble. But the flip side is that he's a good defender, and he can really change the game with his defense, as he has in this game.
So Shamir Bonds heads to the line. He's only hit 1 free throw so far in this one. Misses the first. .28 points on the game for Bonds. He's trying all he can to keep the Patriots in this one. That one's too strong, goes 0 for 2. It's loose, and it'll be, Penwood ball, but big collision.
I think it might have sounded worse than it was.
It may be.
Just the flap on the bleachers there just kind of.
And I call a lot of hockey, and that sounded like a nice check. Here's Booth on the near side. Long pass for Moore. All the way over. The three from Abdullah Dublin. Penwood back in it, down by 8. But now the drive and the wild shot by Gilbert. He'll head to the line.
I'm not sure about that call there. He's a little out of control going up for that basket there. I don't know. I think the referee bailed him out a little bit on that play.
7th foul of the half on Penwood as Salim Moore is guilty. It's his second. Speaking of hitting free throws, it's going to be huge here down the stretch for Chester. Now that this game's gotten closer, the first shot is good. Rami Gilbert. He also had some early foul trouble, but has seen that Chester's kind of figured that out. Second shot is good. Back to a 10-point lead for the Clippers.
And like I said earlier, Tom, the difference in this game has definitely been the free throws.
Cross now for Barnes. Barnes looking to go into the lane, spins, but lost it to Watkins. Watkins, with his size, his ability to push. Burton. Trying to go underneath. It's intercepted by Moore. Moore driving in, and he is fouled. I thought that might have been a jump. Looked like it was close to all ball.
No, I don't think they called the foul. They just called the out of bounds on that.
Okay. Well, there was some contact there, so maybe it was all ball. I had the referee in my way. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Now the near side, Moore, 1 to 3. Tries to drive baseline, but taken away by Taylor. He's tripped. Nothing called there. As now trying to drive through Watkins. He's decked by Desmond Johnson. Physical play certainly picking up late in this game. Officials talking it over.
Well, in this game, in this rivalry, you're going to get some hard fouls. You're going to get some exciting plays, and this game has not fallen short of that line.
Watkins' first shot is good. First foul of the game on Johnson. Thought they might have been calling a technical. I think they talked it over and decided against it. Second shot is good as well, as Watkins has had such a great second half of play. Back to a 12-point lead for the Chester Clippers. Booth now for Dublin. Look inside for Johnson. Tries to head fake. Couple of fakes again. Banks it home.
Great finish by Johnson on that play. Couple of head fakes, did exactly what he needed to do to get that ball in the bucket.
10 points, as far side official has something. This will be a bench warning, I believe, against Chester. And the Penwood crowd giving it to him a little bit. But it's going to stay Chester possessions. Gilbert harassed from behind, and Barnes will be guilty of the foul. The chant from the crowd, he's an actor.
I'm glad you told me. I couldn't figure it out.
I
was trying to figure that one out.
That's an air ball on the free throw.
A rare missed foul shot from Chester tonight.
Yeah, they've done a great job from the charity stripe. That one didn't even hit. Well, it didn't hit anything on the 1-and-1. But next time they go to the line, it will be for 2. Down to 1:44 to go. 10-point deficit for the Penwood Patriots. A little trouble getting it inbounds. Now they finally get it in for Johnson. Booth almost got into a double team. Near side three from Dublin. Good! Now Penwood might need to start fouling here with 1:29 to go. Down by 7. Nice drive, but taken away by Johnson. Taken right back. The putback no good. Swatted away by Dublin. And it will stay Chester ball.
Man, that was a big three just now by Penwood. It gives them some more hope. It chops down that lead a little bit, and I think you're right. I think it might be time for Penwood to start fouling, but we know that Chester's been knocking down their foul shots, so not really sure if it would behoove them to do that. Is that how you say that word? I always mess with
behoove.
Behoove.
Yeah, it does behoove.
Behoove.
Timeout call, I believe, by Chester. They're trying to settle things down here as Penwood is pulled within 7 with 100 seconds left to go in this one. And talking about Abdullah Dublin, he's had 3 shots in the entire game, all from 3 and all at great times. That last one from the far side corner, giving Penwood some life in this one. But big second half rather. Penwood's Shamir Barnes, he's got 8 points in the half, 28 points in the game so far. And for Corell Watkins, 24 points in the game, 18 points in the second half to help Chester pull away. But Penwood trying to claw their way back, hoping it's not too little too late. As Akeem Taylor ready to inbound against Dublin. And a foul right away. Looks to be against Booth. And that'll send Watkins to the line. Not bad, considering no time went off the clock.
You're absolutely right on that.
But Corell Watkins, who's been pretty successful from the charity stripe, will have to do some work once again. In a monster game for Watkins. Only had 6 points at the half, though. Relatively quiet, but really turned it on. And I got to say, the defensive pairing of Akeem Taylor and Samir Carroll have been fantastic as well. Watkins hits the first. Quick turnaround for Chester. As far as the conference schedule is concerned, they don't play again until Tuesday, but it's a tough test against Academy Park. Penwood will play on Saturday at Holy Ghost Prep. A really tough test there.
Absolutely.
Here's Barnes as he's fouled, and now this is not what Chester wants to do here.
No, they don't want to give Penwood a chance to get points on the board without the clock going by. It's not a shooting foul, but
and it's going to be against.
It's against Penwood.
It's going to be against Penwood. That's against Shamir Barnes, his 4th. That's a tough break. Offensive foul there. Must have warded off. And there's a foul on Barnes. Fareed Burton saying, no, I didn't do nothing. But he certainly wrapped him up.
I guess what they called was that they caught a little bit of a push off there by Barnes on that play. I thought maybe the initial contact came from the Chester player first, but it's always the second one that they always get, right? Not the first one.
So Barnes is done. 5th foul of the game. He finishes with 28 points. So the most successful Penwood Patriot out there is going to finish the game on the bench. So they'll need someone else to step up. Desmond Johnson is at 8 points in the second half, 10 in the game. He might be the candidate to try to lead this team.
Somebody's definitely going to have to step up right here and put it on their shoulders, because right now this is the step up time right now.
Fareed Burton heads to the line. First shot is good. Yeah, right here for Chester. They're pretty much in great shape. They hit some free throws down the stretch. They can walk out of this gym with a season sweep. Second shot is good as well. Back to an 11-point lead for Chester. Hugh Booth will take the reins offensively. Trying to drive through Flynn, and he gets the foul.
It was a heck of a play there. Some long steps. I'm not sure what the foul was, but referee called it. Who am I to try to correct it?
Second foul on Taylor. And a chance for the three-point play for Jerry Flynn. Maybe he's the guy that's going to step up and lead this squad, as he now has 11 points. And it's to an 8-point deficit. No fouling just yet. Pressure in the backcourt. Nice look underneath. It is banked, and the foul. Unable to get it to go was Carroll, but he does head to the line.
Well, you got to make him earn it at the line at this point right now. No easy buckets. No easy buckets under the basket.
Second foul on Desmond Johnson. And to the line, Zamir Carroll for 2 shots. First shot is good. And here's your Penwood. It's such a helpless feeling. Great job stopping the clock, but there's no defense against the free throw. Second shot is good as well. It's back to a 10-point deficit with 51 seconds to go. The push here from Flynn. I would imagine Chester doesn't want to foul, but another block by Carroll. Oh, my. Long pass up ahead. The put-up no good by Watkins, but the second try is true.
Flynn didn't see he had a man in the corner wide open.
26 points on the game for Khalil Watkins. And it's taken away again, and I think that'll be it. They will foul with 26 seconds left. But Chester looks like they will come away with the victory. Foul on Booth, his 4th. And to the line goes Burton. Cheerleaders in the crowd on the far side doing all they can to make some noise, to make it tough. But Chester has done a fantastic job from the charity stripe. Basically, very much close to the difference of the game. That and turnovers. Foul underneath. Maybe a lane violation. Let's see. And it was a lane violation, so Burton will head to the line, get another opportunity. Gets it to go. 14-point deficit, 26 seconds to go. Here, if I'm Chester, I'd let him score.
Yeah, at this point.
Oh, they get the bucket. Oh, man, Akeem Taylor.
At this point, if I was Chester, I wouldn't foul, and I would just let it go and just run the clock out.
You know what? He's such a big-time defender. He's got a lot of pride. You don't want to let somebody posterize you or walk past you.
You're absolutely right.
I get that.
Some people just don't want to allow that, and I get it. I understand it completely.
Moore heads to the line, and he finishes the three-point play. 11-point deficit. Penwood calls off the Dogs. So down to 15 seconds left to go. As the Chester Clippers will come away with the victory. A big second half from Khalil Watkins. 20 points in the second half. He finishes with 26 to lead all Clippers. Shamir Barnes leads all scorers with 28 for Penwood, but just wasn't enough. Too much in the way of turnovers as they tried to force a lot of plays underneath, especially some double teams. And free throws were wanting as well. Just some tough decisions made by Penwood. They'll grow from this, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look back at this game, what one thing that will probably stand out are the free throws. I mean, the Chester was able to complete their free throws, and Penwood just was not. I mean, they probably had a good 10 that they missed, and the score, they probably, I think the final score of the game, they ended up losing by about 13 or so. It was the score by 11, actually.
Yeah. So that could have been the difference of the game.
Absolutely. To me, that's the difference of the game. I'm sure Coach Matt Lindemann is going to address that. And, probably after practice on Friday and whenever other practice, they'll probably have them shooting probably free throws for about a half an hour after practice.
Absolutely.
Shooting them till the ball gets tired. So, it's something that they got to shore up. Of course, this team is a team that can probably make some noise in the playoffs if they can shore up their free throw shooting.
Yeah, again, a couple of times underneath, especially early on, they'd have that double team underneath. They still try to force it, especially knowing that they don't have the size advantage. That's something. Maybe they want to stay to the outside. Right. You take advantage of their lack of size, maybe of their speed, but the Clippers, they are lightning quick as well.
They're lightning quick, they're big, they're long, and they're athletic. And one thing that was working to Penwood's advantage was when they were being patient, running their sets, and and following through with things and not forcing passes. and getting the ball to open, keeping the ball moving. When you have a team that's big, you got to keep them moving around until somebody gets open. Play a little Popovich type of offense, and get to the open man. And when they were kind of pressing and rushing outside of the fast breaks, they weren't executing well.
It's kind of like they fell into the trap that Chester set for them. They were playing Chester basketball instead of playing Penwood basketball. I know it's kind of cliche, but that's pretty much what it feels like.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, and that kind of happens with a team like Chester that comes in. They're athletically dominant, and you kind of want to beat them at their game.
And they play such a fun brand of basketball. You can get sucked into it.
Absolutely, and with their bigs, their athletic bigs, and the way they defend under the basket. I mean, these guys, they're probably going to go far into the playoffs. Like you said, they played the number 24 team in the country down at Baltimore Poly, and they've been battle tested. And this Penwood team has now been battle tested twice, playing them, also playing Academy Park, and they'll be playing Academy Park again soon. And we'll just have to see how that turns out for them. And I believe we'll have the game here on the SFBN network.
That's right. That'll be on February 6th, Penwood hosting Academy Park. And I'm fortunate to have the call for that one. I think Justin will be joining me for that one as well.
No, I won't miss that one.
So we're going to be looking forward to that one. That'll just about do it for us. As Penwood, they dropped to 8-6 on the season. They're now 2-3 in Del Val action. Chester improves to 13-3. They're now perfect 5-0 in the Del Val, as the Clippers sweep the season series against the Penwood Patriots. Next up for Chester, they'll play at Academy Park on Tuesday. Penwood will play on the road as well. That'll be on Saturday, though, against Holy Ghost Prep. Once again, our final score tonight, the Chester High School Clippers 76, the Penwood High School Patriots 65. For all of us here at Penwood High School in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, for my partner Justin Watson, this is Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.